To get the hypothesis test results for proportion, hypothesis test for proportion on the TI-84, you're going to go to your stat menu, which is the same menu that you find your other hypothesis tests and your confidence interval. So click on the stat button, right arrow over to tests, and choice number 5 is the 1 proportion z-test. Now remember, in this textbook we are assuming the normal approximation to the binomial to do our test for proportion. So I'm going to click on 5, or you can scroll down and hit enter for choice 5. Now this first item, p sub naught, is the claimed population parameter from the null. In this case, our claim was the null hypothesis, and that was 0.24. And then I'm going to arrow down to x, and that is going to be 292. Okay, so there's 292 people out of 1,075 that were afraid to fly. That was our sample. So x and n on our screen represent our sample statistic. Okay, so n was 1075. Now I need to choose the direction of my alternative. Now remember, this test was equal to versus not equal to, so I'm going to change what's highlighted to not equals, and now I just want to calculate. If I were to choose draw, what I would get is a normal curve and the two areas in the tails that represent the probability of getting a test statistic at least as extreme as the one we got. So the draw part gives us our test statistic in each tail along with the area. So essentially that draws the p-value. Okay, so but what I want is I want my test statistic and my p-value. So I'm going to click on calculate, or enter on calculate. And here's our test statistic. Z is equal to 2.428, and the p-value is 0.015. Now when I did this by hand, I came up with a slightly lower p-value. Okay, I came up with 0.01314. Now it's a possibility, because I used the inverse normal key to find that I either made a typo or there's some rounding discrepancies. I am going to probably safely assume that I had made a typo with that. I might have put in, I might have permuted 2.43 to 2.34. I don't know. But anyway, here is the more accurate p-value of 0.0158. Okay, so we also get p hat, which is the sample statistic, which is 0.27.